physicist and I were talking the other day about something interesting. We have moved around a lot, and I, of course, am from another country. I was born in the Netherlands, grew up in Canada, was a Canadian citizen, and then I married the physicist when I was 22, and I came down to the United States. 7 years later, I proudly took an oath to the Constitution of the United States of America, and I became an American citizen. That was 37 years ago. Hard to believe. Oh, was it 37 years ago? No, 33 years ago. We've moved around a lot. He was born and raised in Tyler, Texas. He went to college just outside of Tyler, and then he went to graduate school in Florida, and then his career took him to Indiana, to Knoxville, Tennessee, all the way up to Virginia, to Houston, to Alabama, and then finally we ended up here for his retirement. So we have moved around a lot, which means we haven't been around family a lot. Most of my family, what's left of it, is in another country, and most of his family is in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but we don't see each other that often. So that's okay. I mean, life is life. Everybody's very, very busy. And it's really always been the physicist and I, and then later on, our daughter joined us and made us a family of three. But before we became a family of three, the physicist and I decided that we would start our family with each other. And it's been like that pretty much since the get-go. Now we have a fourth person in our circle. The career girl's boyfriend is now part of our lives, but they have their own little family that they have started. And I think that's wonderful. So in talking about family and family trees and where we're from, we remembered that we had had somebody over for a weekend, and we were sharing our pictures of our trip to Europe. In particular, we were sharing pictures of time we spent with family that I had over there, my niece and her family, and also a lot of time with my friend's family because we were staying with them and we kind of grew up together. And at one point, they said, well, how are they related to you? Like, where are they on your family tree? And we looked at them and we were like, they're not on a family tree. They're not blood relations. They're family relations in that we're very, very good friends. My parents were very good friends with her parents. And every time they came back to the Netherlands to visit, they would go visit their friends. And then me and this other gal, we just became really close friends. Through the years, we introduced our husbands to each other and they hit it off, and the rest is history. We've literally watched our children grow up. She has 4, I have 1. She's the gal that I'm doing the life makeover challenges with this year. And it's so much fun to do it again. So all of that is great, but we're not related by blood. We're related by family that brought us together. We're related by all the things that we have done since then. She's like a sister I never had biologically, but she's a sister for me in many ways. And I have a lot of sisters. I have friends all over the world, I realized, that fulfill that special bond for me in that we can talk to each other about anything and everything, and we share things with each other, and we can support each other and uplift each other, and we can encourage each other, and we can sometimes tell each other, this isn't such a great idea, maybe you need to reevaluate it, because really good friends can do that. So we realized between his friends and the friends that we've made together and the friends that I had, we didn't have like a family tree, we had a forest of trees, where all the branches of all the different families, of all the different people that we have been involved with throughout our lives, touch each other in this humongous, beautiful forest. And they support each other, and they create a canopy of warmth and comfort, and they envelop us with the kind of things that we need to flourish and grow in our own family tree environment. So not every family is a family built out of one blood relations coming together. Family can be found. Family can be created. Family can be abandoned if it's not great, and family can be rediscovered if we find ways to reconnect together. So family is a lot of things. And for me, that's really important because found family is something that I return to time and time again in my writing. I really believe in creating those bonds between people. Oftentimes, the biggest stories that make a hit, like have an orphan of some kind who comes into a world where they make a new family, new connections with their friends. And it might be like the Percy Jackson series, for instance, where he is a misfit in the real world, but when he goes to the camp with all the other half-bloods, half people that, are half God, half human, he finds his people. He finds his family. And his family is not made of blood. His family is made of the connections that he's making with the people that he's forging the bonds with as they battle for their lives, and they battle for the camp, and they battle for all of these things. And there's so many stories like that. And that's a lot of what found family stories are very big in my world of writing, because I write romantic suspense. So a lot of times it's a brotherhood of guys, and they've got their women that they bring into the fold, and that makes them a family, a found family. Even if they have strong family ties outside of that, they still come together as a family separate from that. And that's a really cool thing. So we really got to thinking about the family tree and how we really are fortunate that we have so many trees planted all over the States, all over Canada, all over the world, where we have special bonds and connections. So it's something that's very important to me. And I think that's because I was on my own when I was 16. I had to forge my own way. I had to develop skills to make friends fast so that we could bond quickly, so that we could build those connections and support each other in whatever environment we were in. And that's a really good skill for me to have. I've had to do it multiple times in the moves that we've had throughout the years of our marriage. I think we're working on number 41 now. But don't we look good? Anyhow, so we really feel strongly that those bonds aren't just forged by blood. And in some cases, you can't have those bonds with your immediate family members because for whatever reason, it's not a good environment for you to be in. I've been very fortunate in that I've been able to reconnect with my parents and reconnect with different people within my family throughout the years to create different kinds of memories and bonds. But it was initially very hard. And I'm very, very grateful for the new connections that I was able to forge with my existing blood family, biological family members. Those that I don't have relationships with, that's on them. They, as my dear relative said to me, they know where to find me. If they want to have a relationship with me, all they have to do is pick up a phone, send me an email, but let's keep it positive. Maybe that's why I'm so determined to make this community a safe environment. I want it to be a YouTube family. I want it to be a place where you can come and share and talk, or even just listen and not share. Just see what I'm going through as a 63-year-old and realize, there's so much more to life than waiting around for something to happen even in your 60s. You can still make things happen. And the reason why, again, my stories go around these themes of finding each other, finding home with your partner, finding a safe place to fall, is oftentimes that's a really good hook. Like you're an orphan child, you're a foster kid, your parents never really cared about you, you're kind of alone in the world, and then you find these people. And in my world right now, it's the Select Protectors Security Squad world. And in this world, I've created a band of brothers, a band of strong former military, former DEA, former tough guy cops, whatever. And they've created a family within themselves as part of my special world, the Select Protectors world. And they live in Fernwood. For the most part, that's where Fernwood, Georgia, which is where most of the action happens, or they might be off in Atlanta or in Colorado. I have a branch in Colorado. I have a branch in LA, but the primary group is in Fernwood, Georgia, my little made up small town that is a couple of hours away. It's north of Atlanta. So I try to really imbue that. And I just finished another Select Protectors book. It's getting ready to go up for pre-order, Protecting Brianna. And as I was going through my galley proofs and my edits, I was looking for quotes that I could use to promote the book. But I was also looking for other things to share with special people who became sort of like a family to me in Alabama. So there's lots of different ways that you can connect with others, even in your books, because books can be like family. Books can make you happy. Books can uplift you, and books can give you this sense of belonging, even if it's just between the covers. So in the last book that I did with Protecting Brianna, I have a scene that I'll read to you. It's part of a scene. My cell phone vibrates and I check the incoming text. Zero footage of Grant, I say, after reading Liam's intel. He's going to check Fernwood's CCTV footage next. I appreciate it, especially since he's got a baby on the way and his own business to take care of, she says, as we walk away from the table. We're family. He'll do anything for one of us, and that includes you now, that I am with you. because I'm protecting her. I have to keep reminding myself that we're not dating or lovers, and we're far from being a happily married couple like some of my brothers at Select Protectors. It's been a long time since I could call anyone family, she says quietly as I guide her toward the exit with a bulletin board announcing the musical on it. A band wraps around my lungs and squeezes, and a desire to hold her and show her the tenderness she's never truly known weaves through me. You're not alone anymore, I say, and then catch myself wanting to be more than her bodyguard. No matter what, I'll always have your six. And you've got all of us behind you, including me. I'm actually getting a little choked up because this girl really needs a family that loves her. And you can bet that I'm going to make sure that she gets it in this story, but you're going to have to read the book to find out how. But at any rate, that's what she needs. She needs a family. She's a strong woman, but she's alone. And this man is protecting her from an evil, evil person, a former person in her life. And together they will forge their new family within the family of Brotherhood Protectors. And I guess that's really my theme of the day, is just family is not necessarily biological or of blood. It can be, and it can be really amazing. I have some really amazing connections with some of my family members that I've been able to reconnect with throughout the years. And I'm really grateful for that. But sometimes that doesn't happen. And that's the cool thing about your friends in your forest of trees, that your friends love you for who you are, and they welcome you and they embrace you into their worlds, and they create a shade of comfort and of belonging that is different from trying to fit into maybe a family where you never really belonged, where you never really fit in. And that's the joy of creating a family of your own, out of friends, out of your other relatives, out of the people who love you for who you are. And that's what I want to do in my stories. And I hope I do that in my stories. I'm pretty sure Brianna and Max are going to have a wonderful, happy ending and create their own little family within their Select Protectors family. And that's really what's important. It's important to reach out, to connect. And I know that for some people it's harder. They might be not the more extroverted kind of personality. I had to kind of push against that myself. Growing up, I was a geek. I was kind of bullied in my small town in northern Manitoba. Well, a lot bullied, but whatever. And I got through it, but I never really fit in there. I was not shy, but I just didn't know how to fit in. And it wasn't until I got out of there that I learned that I can belong in other places. And I think that's the key. You can be yourself and you can find your friends and create your own little family out of those friendships. And maybe create a family with somebody that you care about, with a significant other. And it doesn't have to be with children, or it can be with children. It can be with cats. It can be with dogs. It can be with just other friends, a huge friend group. Family is not defined by just blood or biology. Family is defined by the content of the people within it. And I feel like the physicist and I are very, very fortunate because we have a beautiful forest of trees that's been planted all over the world. And we have created bonds that will last a lifetime, where if we really need somebody to talk to go to with our problems, or to celebrate our good times with, we know where to find them. And it's been made easier through social media, which can be difficult to traverse at times. But if you just seek out those positive relationships and eliminate the negative, then I think you'll find that it can be a wonderful tool. And these are the only remaining pictures of his family from before the war. They lost everything. That's me and the family crest, which has all kinds of meanings, and you can look that up in the book Triumph Over Adversity. But it's an old family name. It means industriousness, hard work, kind of fits my family. And this is my Oma when she was a little girl. My aunt, my Tante Hetty, painted this based on a photograph. So you can see we have similar eyes. I never met her. She passed away before I was born. She passed away before my dad. This is our family. We're getting smaller and smaller, but we do have family all over the world. And we have a forest of trees filled with friends' families that fulfill us. So I hope you enjoyed this little video about finding family. I will let you know when Protecting Brianna comes out. I'm really looking forward to it. I tentatively am scheduling, I think it's tentatively scheduled for April the 7th. So it will be like about 3 weeks from now. I'm excited about the story. It's the 6th book in the series. If you've never had a chance to read any of the Select Protectors books, I can start you off with Protecting Charlotte. I will put that link in the description, and you'll be able to find that. And the last book that I just released was Protecting Whitney, and there's something special in there for some special friends of mine in Alabama. And there's even more specialness in this book with Protecting Brianna for them to enjoy, something very personal that I wanted to do to uplift them, because they were like my family behind the fence in our backyard, and we watched their children grow up, and we watched them grow up together, and they are special people. So find your special people, create your found family, love the people that you were born into. If that is a great family for you, all the better. I hope that that family is welcoming of all of your friends, of the people that you love. And I hope that you find a way to create your own forest of trees, a family, wherever you are, and that you find a way to connect with people. Even if you feel alone in the world, there is always a way to find someone that you have a common connection with. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you liked it and you want to subscribe, I'm trying to create, again, a very positive environment. My next video will probably be about my life makeover challenge, which is, again, interesting doing 20 years from now, and I'll keep you posted on that. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week.